Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. This is the 0.4.8 branch, and I think we've just managed to scrape through a bit of issues that we've been having. I will switch this over back to I'll switch this over back to creating. So once that's done, we'll go back to creating the construction parts number 2. I think we've got a fair bit in there now for another couple of vehicles, which we do at some point need to create. So we'll get that one. Yeah, I think we can actually quite comfortably create another small excavator, which is going to be very important for us to start mining the coal over there. So we'll get cracking on that one straight away. What I am thinking is I need to potentially rebuild this thing. So let's quickly, so once that's done, I will demolish that. I'll probably use quick remove through Unity. That thing again, I need to actually delete that and get that to be quick removed also. Now what I'll need to do is I'll rebuild it. Will it be... Ooh, I keep doing that. There we go. So will I be able to potentially do it over here and have it slightly out of the way of the ship? Yeah, I think that's the idea. So if I do something like that, it shouldn't bother the ship as much. We can certainly... feed this in through here and feed that one in through there. But what I'd like to get this nice and high. Even across there and then tie it in over there. Perfect. I'm gonna get all of that constructed straight away. So let's quickly do that. I may even do a couple of quick delivers. Oh, we're out of these things for some reason. It's because they've all been dumped in here and we're now flat out on this stuff. I like it. And there's not a lot of that going on. We need to get the rubber maker working, which I think it should be fine. We should be able to get this built fairly quickly. Yeah, there we go. Practically done. Yeah, practically done. So now we're in a position that we can actually make rubber from this recipe. Oh, that one can actually fill up there. That's great. We can actually make rubber, right? That's will do. We do need workers though. We need 6 workers. So I'm very tempted to, effectively just stop that one. So we'll pause that one over there. That'll free up some workers. And that means we will now be in a position to actually make a rubber. So all good with that. Concrete, I can actually demolish this one because we no longer need to hold concrete over here. This is okay. And we can actually go through a process of feeding this into it, right? Yes. So let's do that. We'll get that sorted out so that that thing keeps moving all the time. And then what we have as an output here is coal. So we'll need a bit of a loose storage right here. So I'm just going to do that and pop that in. So that'll be a pretty nice little piece here. So let's do that. That should make this thing work all the time. Vehicle management is done. We are waiting to deliver wood somewhere. Yeah, all filled up on wood. But anyway, that means there would be a constant coal production. And this needs to be coal, right? So anything that thing is doing will constantly be churning out coal. I could even boost it a little bit, right? To get a little bit more coal out of this. So we can run that a little bit more effectively. But that's pretty good. So that's looking awesome. That's getting pretty good here. So let's start switching this one on. We've got a fair bit of things here. Yeah, this is looking fairly healthy. I need to keep an eye on some of these things just to make sure. Maintenance and the likes. Okay, so let's go through here and get some of these things sorted. So rubber, yeah, look at that. Rubber is now starting to move on a little bit, so we can start doing that. We can definitely do this one. Okay, so let's just do it little by little. We'll also get those two moving straight away. So we'll get that construction moving, so we'll get a few things in place. Just don't want to overwhelm. Yeah, we're already looking at overwhelming straight away, so we'll keep it going slowly. The network is pretty busy. We don't have enough workers because we now have a blast furnace up and running. This one would like to work on some copper for us, and we're missing 4 workers. So I may switch on the pylon again, or the beacon again, so that we can actually get ourselves to a point here. No, I think we're holding pretty well on the diesel. So we should see another round of people arriving, 16 refugees in 3 months. That should be absolutely fine. And that'll allow us to start work on the next piece there. Slow and steady, trying to move through all of these things. Let's get the next one up and running, the next couple up and running. Ooh, and we also need to do that one there and that one there. So let's slowly start moving these things one by one so we can get that moving, or get the copper plates to be produced over there. I can most certainly start to mine over here, so I won't pause things. Let's have a quick look. I don't have a mining designation. This thing was built. Well, let's edit the area and let's see about doing that. Something is happening, not enough workers. That's fine. Let's not do that. Let's edit the area again. We'll kind of do a little something like this. Yeah, I think that's going to be all good. That means we should be able to mine some. So I want one there and one there. That's good. What can be dumped here? Definitely no dumping of that. That's okay. That's all good. Now let's get a mining designation going. Again, what I'm thinking is let's just have a quick look at how deep does this thing go. Yeah, probably I don't need to go too deep here. So what I'll do is I'll just go and go slightly down here. Probably another one and another one, and maybe up to about -2. I think we'll do up to about -2 there, and then we'll kind of keep it level there. That should be a pretty reasonable area to mine, so hopefully that does the trick. Do I need a dump site? I think our dump site is fairly close by over here, so it's not the end of the world with regards to that. We've got new refugees that's arrived, so everybody should now be working. I think I will let that one run in another round. Well, actually no, because I won't be able to feed them. I won't be able to house them all. So at least the next step is done. Now let's unpause this one, unpause that one, and unpause this one. Excellent. So that should make a start. We need to designate some more tree chopping. So make sure to go and grab that piece. And then the rest of you can grab in there a little bit more. I'm also quite comfortable to start digging out this a little bit more. Just slowly moving that away. We're making a fair bit of coal through here. Oh yeah, now we're actually cutting down the trees at a pretty reasonable rate and creating a fair bit of coal available. This guy needs to be kept full. Well, at least halfway full. That one also needs to be kept at least halfway full so that these can constantly move. This one needs some materials. Yeah, so we are working our way through that. This needs to get water, please. At least 90 of them straight away. Excellent. Things are slowly starting to look a little bit more reasonable. I do need a fuel station so that we can get these guys a little bit more effective. But effectiveness is not really my top priority. Survival is what I'm working on at the moment. This guy feels like he's gonna lose things quickly. Anyway, so we will have... anyway, we have a variety of places they can deliver coal to. So that's all good. So the mining is fine, absolutely fine. I think that is starting to take shape and look fairly good now. Excellent, excellent. I'm quite comfortable with it. This thing can just do that. It just fills up, and then there's enough rubber there to hold for a while. We don't want this setup to become excruciatingly permanent. So that's just kind of making sure that we constantly have a supply of rubber. Our wood obviously is going down pretty quickly because we're burning it into coal fairly effectively now. So let's remove the boost. We'll drop that down a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. I would like to make sure that this keeps running fairly quickly. So I can't actually use all the wood over here because we need to use it there. That's pretty good. Because they've got a P9, they are constantly in use. This guy is full up on what we can do here with those. That's good. This guy is full up with those. This guy is constantly making. What do we need over here? Yeah, so that's okay. So our maintenance is actively running. That's fine. We probably can switch this guy over to making some of these again. Yeah, that's all good. That should be quite feasible. Smart conveyors has been done, so we should be able to do a fair bit with smart conveyors. Now, what are you doing? You're missing input, which is water. Oh my goodness! Get that sorted out. Get this one sorted out, and then do we have sufficient? I'll do a quick deliver there. Let's just do that. Let's just sort that out with a quick delivery. So now you should have water all the time. Can this guy do a quick deliver? Let's quick deliver there. And let's open this one up and start getting that built so that we can at least store some copper over here. And then we'll move our way back into building the rest of this. That's obviously getting us some slag that can be moved through here. Right. Can up that a little bit more. So we bring a little bit more slag over here. Concrete is moving. Awesome. Awesome. I think we need to slow down. Now that we're doing Research Lab 2, we'll switch off our research labs after that and start making sure that we get our sufficiency going with all of these things. I like the fact that that thing is fully loaded. That really means we're all good here. We're slowly starting to mine some coal, which is awesome. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. So we'll slowly start mining some coal. We need to transition away from this setup. What did you take from there? Wood? You take wood from there? It doesn't matter as long as this keeps going. We do need this thing to keep running, and it should keep running. At a constant rate, it should keep running. We could actually boost this one. Move that a little bit quicker, and maybe that's the next thing we need to do. Have an eye on our cement. Okay, we need to sort out cement first because we're going to run out. Why do we not have power? Diesel should be fine. We've got we definitely have something here that's draining a bit more power than we would like, which I believe is that one. This doesn't need power. That one needs power, and that one is taking out power. So we'll need to get another power diesel generator in place. And if we flip that around and rotate it, I think that should be okay. We'll do this, and we'll grab a piped connection right there, and we'll unpause those. What we can do is when this thing is full, we'll switch it off for the time being. This guy has no trees to harvest, so let's have a quick look at the next spot of trees. I think I'm going to go and trim out all of this so that we clear that out a little bit more. That will be good. We might want to clear out a little chunk next to the beach over here. And this and that, I'll clear out all of those so they're quite quite removed from where we want to go. What does this look like? How far are we from? Oh, there's plenty of crude oil ready to go there. So that's all good. Are we upping these numbers? No, not at all. We're using them as quickly as we create them. This should be all blocked off at 4 now. We're not using this for anything else. So that should really be the end of it. We shouldn't need any more than that. This is full. So that's a good one. Now the question is, I wanted to do major assembly. Now, if I wanted to do a big thing in the middle between these two, it is a little challenging. Maybe I'll just do it on this side because they'll need more of this than they need of that. All of them will need like plates, right? A lot of the recipes needs the iron. Iron. Only one needs concrete and at fairly low numbers, and only one needs copper. So that means, in spite of the fact that I started it out over there, I think the idea is going to be assembly is going to start running. I'm going to build assembly over here so that we can continuously expand this area, and then we'll have to truck this in. So potentially this one should have gone on to the other side. That's okay. Now, what we will do is we will need to... This thing isn't constantly running, is it? It is constantly running, so that's good. That is a properly boosted one. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm going to switch off... I'm going to switch off our research labs just because they are not going to be doing anything until such time as we sort out research labs 2 and create lab equipment. Okay. We are doing electric assembly, right? Yeah, we are. So until such time as we get our lab equipment. So really the next piece of the puzzle is there. Okay, but before we do that, I would like us to do... Oh, that means another... Okay, that should be okay. Can we get one more of these guys going? Quite comfortably. Ooh, why are we running out of diesel? It's missing... Ooh, it's missing coal input. Okay. Absolutely. P8, this one, as our top priority. We can't run out of diesel, guys. So that one being switched off is absolutely fine. Running out of diesel, yeah, is a big problem. So we'll not want to do that. So we will get another one of these going so that we can start mining this side, which will require us to also build a mining control tower. Ooh, I'm keen to start looking at retaining walls in some way or shape. We could dump over here also if we put the mining tower in an effective spot. So let's do mining tower over there. I will load diesel. Let's just have a quick look. If we wanted to trade a bit of diesel, we can trade coal for diesel, which is not great. Not great. So really our coal production needs to speed up a little bit more, and I think we'll do that by assigning at least an extra vehicle over there. That's good. We probably need to build a few more vehicles now. Are you producing? You are producing. So at least our diesel should recover now. That's okay. That's done. Low diesel. We'll come and have a look at some of these things now. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, which means we should probably be able to quickly disembark on the rest of this. Is this thing full? Yeah, it's full. So actually, whoa, hang on. Not that, not that, and not that. Let's not build any of that then, since we don't actually need any more of it. Okay, so forget about spending our hard-earned stuff on that. What I should be doing, oh, that is built. That's awesome. I will edit this area a little bit to include an area for a bit of dumping right here. Definitely not dumping that. What we can do is dump rock. I think, and we can also dump dirt here. So that's that. So let's get a bit of a dumping designation going on right here. We want it to be flat, please. So if we dump, I would like us to, yeah, maybe just do that in terms of dumping. That'll be all good. So we'll start dumping this area here. And what we will do with regards to the mining designation, we can actually start mining it a little deeper. But anyway, we don't really use that much limestone. So what I may do is I might try and do our little ramp down here so that we barely that we only have a few little tiles that we're going to get before we run into trouble. So let's do up to about that level, and then from there we will flatten it out, and yeah, do a little something like that. Go nice and deep. I think that should work really well. So that'll be a pretty decent mining designation. We'll put that one in there. We'll grab this one over here. Okay, we do need more of these guys, which we can't afford to do just yet. So let's see. You are actually producing them, so that's okay. That's okay. That's all. It's all pretty manual at the moment. Now let's see. Next step is rotary kiln. We're not using coal anywhere, right? So rotary kiln will be using coal. And I'll pop it in here. Right, move it over there so we can actually do more than one. It takes 60. Well, we place it nice and tight here. Yeah, that's okay. Let's do that. Let's build that one, and we'll need to get it to add a bit of a smokestack over there. So we can start by building that. We can then also start by building this. Now, in order for that to work, we need 2 loose storages. The one will be for limestone and the other one will be for coal. And I don't think we need, they actually need to be certain areas. So I think, well, we'll move it a little bit away. So just in case we wanted to add a second one, which means that, yeah, maybe it's one there and one here, and then that one goes in here and that one goes in there, and this one will be, I can't remember, I just did it. Okay, let's try that one more time. That one is the first, so the first one is coal. Okay, so this one is going to be coal, that one is going to be a limestone. Perfect. So once we have that number getting back up again, we'll get the rest built there. We will need some conveyors, so let's grab ourselves. This takes a flat conveyor, right? Flat conveyor over there should be all good, and we'll also do flat conveyor over here. That's going to cost us a little bit of construction materials too, so get that built for us. But that's pretty cool. We've got the workers for it now. It's extremely busy. We need more trucks. That's definitely something. Oh, this thing is already going. Oh, yeah. So, of course, that can work straight away because we are mining limestone already, right? There we go. It's extremely busy. We need way more vehicles. So that's going up. The parts are going up over there. So if I wanted to do extra vehicles, I can do 2 more, please. That'll help us out a little bit. And then once these parts go up, they're at 60. So I think we can go ahead and unlock those. So we get this thing a bit more efficient. Yeah, that's a pretty decent setup. This thing is filling up a little bit more now. Yeah, we can probably add the extra one and have a bit of a look at how we do some of these things. But that should work fairly well. Now, the next component for us to go to efficient is to add sand to the mix. So sand is not the end of the world, but it will require us to get yet another vehicle up and running, which then means we really need to start exploring so that we can get ourselves going on certain things here. Okay, so all of that is looking pretty good. So now our concrete production is pretty stable. It's not perfect, but it's pretty stable. We are losing a fair number of things now. cement is dropping, but cement production is should now certainly, cement production should keep us going now. That's good. Cement production will keep us going. What's still in here? Oh, we still have electronics in here. Do we need to assign trucks to scavenging or something, right? Owned, available to assign. Well, they'll just come and get it here. So we actually need, we don't need to make any more of them, in the sense that we can just take them out of there. But what we will probably need to do that is just assign a space for it. These do a little bit of everything. Okay, that's okay. So what I'll do is I'll just build one unit right next to it here. Well, let me do it next to it over there, and we'll go nuts and get that built. Come on, get that one built. And then we'll just make sure we get all of those electronics out of there. I think that should kind of do the trick. We still have iron scrap parked over here, which we can no longer do anything with. It's only 13 pieces. What does the iron scrap actually do? Or how much do we actually get from the iron scrap? We need 24 iron scrap to get anything anyway. And I don't think there's 24 here. Yeah, certainly. So let's dump that. Discard all of that. We still have coal in here and some other parts as well. That's okay. All of that is good. Just keep an eye on the rubber. We probably need to switch that back on again. These two working. Yeah, so we are pretty decent with regards to power. I can switch this guy back on and do a little bit more. But I need to keep an eye on the diesel though. The diesel is painful. Missing input, which is what? Crude oil. Keep it full at a P8 level there for me, please. So that's really critical. If we need to add a couple of extra vehicles, let's do at least the one. Okay, all of this is working. It's not keeping that full. So we are out of cement, right? But we've got a fair bit of concrete, right? Oof, not even. We need to slow things down, get some of these things sorted out. So this thing, I can stop boosting that because it's not going to help me any much. This, I will have to stop the boost as well because we don't have the cement. These are kind of okay. The cement is moving. So if anything, I'll boost this one. Yeah, if anything, I'll boost that one so we get more cement through. The crude oil is missing. At least we're getting a number of them delivered. Now that's pretty good. Waiting for a delivery of vehicle parts. Oh, that's good. Dropping it off. Excellent. Another truck. It's stable at the moment, so not the end of the world. I could potentially stop this thing now, because I think this thing results in a fair bit of... Okay, let's stop that now. Let's stop that. We'll just finish off. Actually, we'll switch it back on so it finishes it off. And then we'll switch it off. So we stop making coal in this fashion. Coal doesn't seem to need that anymore. So now if we fill this thing up, we should be all good with regards to our wood for other purposes. This is starting to look a little ominous. Air pollution, water pollution is starting to look a little bit ominous here. Health is still in the positive ranges. But yeah, I am a little conscious of that. So we do need to see what we can do to make sure that we sustain that a little bit more. This one needs to be electronics. Thank you. And that should mean that these guys can, yes, quickly finish that off. We'll just get rid of this piece once they grab those last couple of stacks here. Okay, now it's all stable. No tree harvesting. Okay, where do we want to harvest the next batch of trees? Let's just do it over here, please. Slowly start trimming some more of these trees away. It should be good. Driving to the other side now. We have all the copper we want. We should... Ooh, what's going on here? Okay, so now we're out. Now, that's something to have a look at. Is this thing full of slag? Okay, what we need to do is make sure that that thing is kept pretty decently empty. So that needs to be emptied out. Hopefully they'll move them over there naturally. And then we need to figure out, can we actually drop slag over here? So this mining tower has a dumping area and we can dump slag. So any additional slag will now be dumped. So that's good to know. And now I think we should start looking at the repair. So let's start the repair over here so that we can start journeying out. It's a fairly costly exercise, but we'll go ahead and do that. Food should be pretty stable. Yeah, it's going down a little bit, pretty stable. I like all these green bars. That's looking pretty positive to me. Okay, we've got the electronics ready to go. We're getting some construction materials. We've paused this one so that we're no longer using that to do all this stuff. Let's have a look at this. So no longer using wood to produce coal, not as a primary source at least. This shipyard is repaired, but we still need to repair the ship. Once done, we can search our surroundings for supplies and more refugees. The ship will also need fuel and crew and things like that. Now, our diesel is super duper low. This thing needs to be kept full, and it needs to be kept full pretty seriously. What's looking like over here? Are we not producing? We're not producing sufficient amounts. So let's get the next pump jack going. Let's flip that around, turn it that way, and tie that in there, and immediately get that built. So yeah, if we get an extra pump jack going, can I quick deliver? No, I can't. So we'll have to wait for that to get delivered. An extra pump jack should help a little bit. That's a pretty long distance to drive, which I'm not too comfortable with. We can certainly pop in and buy a little bit of diesel just to keep us going. We can't run out of diesel. That's obviously a big no-no. We do need to get a fuel station going. But anyway, we need proper diesel production. At the moment, I'm messing around with low-level diesel production only. And I probably don't... Well, anyway, this thing stops as soon as the rubber kind of fills up. So let's park it there. We don't need any more rubber. We'll stop that. What we really need to do is get this pump jack to fill this thing up. So this thing needs to alert me, notify if less than 50. Crude storage is a low supply of crude oil, so hopefully that's gonna jump us up a little bit more. Okay, good. Okay, that's better. That's looking better. Wow, we can even add an extra pump jack in here. Let's do that. Let's get another one in there, and then hopefully that will give us a lot more crude to go on. And that should see our diesel supply improve. We can keep this thing fairly full. Yeah, it seems like it's continuously moving now. Yeah, well, we've got vehicles directly running back and forth all the time. It's pretty busy, and now it's run out. Yeah, this is not ideal. What we're doing here is by no means ideal. We need a fair bit more of that. That's 50 there. So we can certainly look at getting an extra round of vehicles. Let's do two more of these guys. That should help us out a little bit. Get the extra vehicles going. Come on, bring the crude. Yeah, we need tons more crude. Now, let's have a quick look about maybe a captain's office. We do need more housing. Where would I find captain's office? Whoa, that's way too pricey. That's way too pricey. Never going to build that now. That's a long-term commitment. This guy, what does that need? 60. Yeah, that's a pretty long-term commitment for us too at this stage. We really just need to stabilize our current production and get this stuff. Okay, so the next thing we're doing in the next episode, we're going to go and sort out our assembly. I think we've stabilized our production a little bit. Yeah, diesel is looking better. Diesel is looking better. This guy. Yeah, so that should be okay. As long as we keep filling this guy up all the time. Lots of vehicles coming down to do that. On this side of things. Okay, that's it. Now that one should be generating a fair bit more crude oil. So our crude oil should be looking a little bit better now. Yeah, I hope that's a sufficient number to keep this thing moving. Yeah, that was a bit of a challenge, but now it should stabilize a little bit more. And we are getting more vehicles out, so we're stabilizing our logistics network as well. And now the next step in the next episode will be to do some proper, to properly do some of this stuff here. Iron is looking pretty good. Slag is getting removed. Coal is, and iron is problematic. Oh, okay. Okay, so more vehicles. More vehicles is the mark here. More vehicles is what we're after. This is all good. How many vehicles over here? Let's add a vehicle there. That's probably reasonable. That one can stay with one. This one is probably okay. So yeah, in the next one, we'll plan out our assembly area. And this was just kind of a starting point for us. But I think now we're stabilizing things a little bit, but still pretty low. We also need to repair the ship at some point, which I don't quite know what it's going to cost us to do. And then we need to fill it up with diesel. But that's something for the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I think we've got a stable colony as it stands. Running out of water. The rest is looking pretty reasonable. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.